All right, this is going to be a demonstration on how to build your name portfolio. This is going to be how you transport your drawings to and from home. So we're going to start with two very large pieces of drawing paper. So you want to make sure that they are stacked up on top of each other, and you can fold them in half. So I'm going to line up the corners nice and evenly. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of hold those corners in place with my arm, and then with my right hand I'm just going to kind of gently make a crease over on this side where I folded these pieces in half, just like so. The reason we're doubling up this paper is that it's a little bit on the thinner side, and with the whole, possible hybrid, possible virtual learning, you might have to take things back and forth. So I want to make sure that these are going to hold up for the whole semester. So now that I have my two pieces of paper folded in half, now I need to reinforce everything with my tape. So I've already done one demonstration right here with the orange tape. This time I'm going to use the pink. I have quite a variety of different colored tapes that you can use. It's really a personal preference. The first thing I want to do is I want to reinforce the top edge of my portfolio. So that's going to be the pieces right here that when you stick your artwork in and out so that these don't get tore up or anything. So you can see it here on the orange portfolio. Okay, I've got these edges taped together. So I'm going to take my portfolio and I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to take my pink tape and I'm going to tear a piece that is just slightly larger than my portfolio. So I'm going to kind of visually measure this and just tear it off. And I'm going to gently take my tape, and because this is a light color, I can actually see through the tape onto my paper. And I'm going to try to get that tape put on halfway on the paper so that I can fold it over the other half. Okay, and then I take my fingers and I just kind of gently press that tape down on the paper. Okay, and then I can take both pieces here and flip this paper over carefully. Again, making sure that it is lined up nice and straight. And then I'm just going to fold that piece of tape over. Whoops. So I just want to make sure this is nice and even. And then I take my tape from the center and just give it a few little taps. I haven't adhered it all the way yet. I'll go back and do that. Okay, and then I can kind of take my hand and kind of swipe over the top to get that nice and straight. Okay, craftsmanship counts. We want these to look nice and be functional. Notice how I do have some little ends here extra. You want those extra little tabby ends because you can grab a scissors, which is on the tie-dyed shelf next to the display table, and I'm just going to cut that extra tape off. The reason we're cutting it is so that that creates a nice straight line. Again, like I was saying, craftsmanship really does matter when you're making artwork. Okay, so I've reinforced that top edge right there, and I'm going to flip my portfolio, and now I'm going to reinforce this top edge right here. Same exact process. Take my tape, visually measure, so it's just a slight bit longer than my edge that I need to reinforce. Carefully line this up. I'm holding both ends of my tape nice and tight, and I am looking for the center of my paper. Okay, start in the middle and just kind of gently swipe outward. Okay, take both of my piece of paper at the same time, flip that over, start in the center again. Make sure this is nice and lined up before you start taping. And then I'm just going to gently press this all the way down, other side. The reason you want to start in the center so that you don't get any of those bubbles, air bubbles in your tape. And I'm going to press all the way down, and then I'm going to do the right side. I kind of press up and outward. There we go. Again, I've got my little tabbies. I'm going to take my scissors, snip those off. Nice and carefully, nice and straight. There we go. All right, so we're about halfway done. So now we've got a nice little portfolio like this, but we really want to tape those two sides so that we can put our artwork on the inside. So the goal is to create something like this, okay? So that you can put your artwork in and out carefully, and then you can transport this to and from school. So this is going to be where you house your artwork, your drawings in particular. I'm going to stick with my pink tape. I'm going to crease this a little bit more, just using my fingertips to make that nice and flat. And then I'm going to take my tape, visually measure again, and you're going to close up these two ends.